Hey guys, today we're going to do more work on Brian's Emerson Quiet Cool. So as you see, we got some severe rot on this side and this side of the condenser coils. That's a problem because a lot of air is going to blow out through here instead of blowing through the actual coils itself. Now this coil might not look the prettiest, but she's clear, as you can see by looking through the. I don't know if you guys can see it, but by looking through the light, you can see light through the whole entire thing. So that's good. That's what you want. So before I start too much, we are going to get a coat of rusty metal primer on there, oil based, of course. Make sure I got the right tip on the impact, which I believe I do. Do I? Nope. No big deal. 30 seconds, if that. This here should work a lot better. Let's use this guy here to double check and make sure we got the right fitting. Hopefully so. Yes, money. All right, so technically you should probably weld that, but you really got to be careful, especially around the copper lines, because you could easily end up doing more harm than good, which will have the exact opposite effect on which you want it to have. Chip away the heavy stuff. Just be careful not to actually puncture the coil if you can avoid it. There you go. Good shit. Same over here on this side. So you don't gotta go crazy, just knock the freaking loose shit off. Well, actually, it wouldn't hurt to use a little bit of a wire brush either. Give me 1 second here. Go get one. The handle on this is a little damaged, but that's okay. We're not going crazy. Just getting the heavy surface crap off like that. Really not much to it at all. Here especially. Just basically make it look pretty so it has a good place to stick. It's literally all you're doing. Let me check the focus because this camera loves to get out of focus. Nope, still good. Try to blow it off if you can, or watch it get it off somehow. But like I said, you're only going to get so good with a unit that's already in this rough a condition without ordering a new coil, which will really cost a lot. Now, also, Brian, I have to ask you if you want a TXV upgrade on this or not. It'll be about $300. I recommend it. That's completely up to you, though. So this is really basic. Lay it on thick if you can. This ain't gonna rust anymore because it has 2 drain holes on it. This will never see water build up like this ever again. So basically all you're doing is taking an extra preventative measure so it don't get any worse. That's all we're doing here. You're not going to be able to see this part, but that's okay. I'm doing the same thing over here as I just did over there. I'm going to hit everything, even the loops. So why do a half-ass make it look pretty all around? You want it to be obvious that this is a restored piece. Man, it's freaking hot out here right now. We're pushing 90 today here in PA. Cold regions. And it is toasty. Very much so with that. Lay it on pretty thick in here. Like I said, we can touch this up once again before it goes on. It's not going to take long to dry out in heat like this. So I reckon by the time I get done taking the other assembly apart, which we will show that on film too, it should be pretty well dry enough for me to flip over, and we can start on the other side of that. In the meantime, you can enjoy the sounds of all the other ACs that are running. I'm sure you can hear them. Something hanging out in here that I gotta get rid of. Oh, get that crap out of here. matches. They really don't gotta paint the whole freaking line going up, but I do just because I have a little bit of OCD. I don't want to get too close to the cutoff point in case whoever does it, whether it be Kyle or Kenny, decides to braze there. It won't be in their way. Why am I doing this exactly? Just because it looks cool. Try not to drop any paint in the condenser. If you do drop a little bit, it ain't going to be the end of the world, but you do not want blocks. No blockages. You don't want to cut up too close to that because that's where the cutoff's going to be, where he brazes back on. So I actually already might have gotten a little bit closer than I should have. That's okay. We'll work around it. Oh yeah. Listen, I want this thing to look as close to new as possible. And I think we're going to achieve that. I really do. Now keep in mind that, Brian, if you're watching, that even though all this is getting done, it's still a 40-year-old appliance, technically speaking, with a few severe rust spots on it and a few bad wear spots on it. And like I said, this could last 5 years, 5 hours, 5 minutes, or it could outlive you. It's a roll of the dice. It really depends. I'm thinking closer to the latter, but again, like I said, I have no real way of guaranteeing how long one of these will last, even a restored one, because of the condition that it got itself into and lack of maintenance over the years, which don't feel bad. Most people don't maintain these at all. You already did more for it than the average owner would ever have, so you're doing all right. You still in focus? Oh yeah. Yeah, we're still in focus. So as you see, that didn't take long. About 10 minutes, because half of the time I was diddly-daddling around getting ready, because I'm never fully prepared when I start. Nature of the beast, some things will never change. Right here. And we'll do that, we'll put a cut right about there. So you want to do a cut right here, roughly. And how high you go, well, it's relative. Relative to what, you may ask? Further over, how about like right in here? There we go. Oh yeah. This is not rocket science, people. It's really not. Does not have to be perfect either. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. And it fit. Hey, ow, damn it. A little hot piece got me. So you're in on this side basically, more or less. You want to put a little bit like this, you could to push it closer, but again, that should. It's already pretty much dry anyway, so it should honestly hold the way it is, but again, that'll act as kind of an adhesive like. So you're just going to put a little bit on here, give it a chance to dry up, make it blend right in with the rest of it, just like so. When I go put this back in, I'll probably put a little silicone adhesive in here, but again, you're pretty well off at this point on this unit. Same thing for this side over here. Same height roughly. Like that. Do it the same way. So the cut it's not as close to the coils. There you go. Just send it. Alright, so you don't want it to touch the frame like that. You want it to go in like that. Don't let it touch the freaking coil loops if at all possible. Take your brush and yeah, touch up anywhere it may have hit. That's pretty much money. They're literally doing everything for this unit that you possibly can. Like I said, with the exception of rebuilding coils, which could cost you thousands of dollars. What we are going to do now is cover this up in case we need it. We might have to use another brush. Like I said, you really don't have much time to screw around with oil-based paint. You really don't. You really don't. Put the cover back on for now. Let it sit. We are going to focus our energy over to here, which is ironically enough is an Emerson Kool case for the 2 drain hole models. This is the one that goes here. No, maybe. Yeah, it is. We're gonna paint this into since that's the case. Take that freaking cover back off. Off as much of this crap as you can. See, if you wanted to plug this drain hole up and run it with condensate, which I don't recommend, but you could probably get away with it for a long amount of time before it's doing any damage. Like I said, I would just leave it the way I have it set up and be done with it. Again, it's your unit. It's entirely up to you at the end of the day. Stepped on that right now or not, can you? Yeah, no, not really. Go. Hell yeah. Get one more coat on there for good luck. Got some time to dry up. There you go. Hell yeah. Yeah, okay. That's what it is. We'll save this part for another step. Because I'll do that with this, because that's technically where it belongs. That piece there. I'm not going to get that far today. But like I said, there is some work I can do. I can get this piece off. What we're going to do is we're going to take this apart as much as we can. Try to get the freaking fan assembly apart. Go over that and get the evaporator cleaned today. If you lose the hardware, it don't really matter. 90% of the time I use new hardware anyway. A few exceptions, but most of the time I put all new crap in. And again, in case you need a refresher, it's a 20,000 BTU model, 9 EER. Model number is 20BD44-A. I don't know how to decode the date on this one. This is definitely 1987 or over, because 1986 still had the old style grill yet. So this has a newer style grill. This is definitely 1987 or newer. So 87 to 93 of this model was made. Brian, you might even know. You might even, I don't know how old you are. You might have even been alive when this thing was made and bought. I apologize if you already gave me that information. I forget. I have so much going on right now between the house renovation and work, 2 jobs, and it's a disaster right now around here. So, I'm sorry. Wish I could get this done faster for you, but don't believe me when I tell you I'm doing what I can. I know you're more worried about quality than wanting it right anyway, which is great, but I still try to get things back to people a little bit faster than this if I can, which I can't. It's kind of an irrelevant speech right now. Yep. Come on. Get on out of there, man. Come on. Let's go. There you go. We're out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is all gonna have to be scraped off and cleaned before it gets painted. That's nasty, nasty. All right, so the specifications on the fan motor are, it's an Emerson Kool fan motor. 1350 RPM on high, 1200 RPM on normal or medium, and 1050 RPM on quiet or low. Red's your low winding, orange is your medium winding, black is your high, white is goes to your neutral, your cap, and blue goes to the other side of the cap. So white and blue go to the cap, but the white goes on the side that the neutral goes on to, according to this. That's junk. I'll show you what we're going to do with that when we get to that point. Put the hardware I took off of that over here with all the other hardware from that. To avoid anything getting lost and or misplaced, depending on your terminology preference. I say both. It all depends on what way the wind is blowing. We're still in focus, yes. Like I said, I did put all this information on the print, but it's nice to have multiple sources to get back to, you know, just in case. So I do have your motor off. However, it's in rough condition, and I mean pretty rough condition. When I say it's rough, I mean it's pretty freaking rough. The only thing you're going to be able, I'm going to try to save off of this is a data plate. Otherwise, I'm going to try to pop that apart, lube it up if I can. And again, I will show all that on film when we get there. My problem right now is going to be getting this freaking, you go get my vice grips. See if I can get a better angle to show you guys this. So when you use the vice grips, do not put the vice grips on where the blade goes in. My reasoning for that should be completely obvious, but just in case anybody doesn't know, it's because you don't want to booger this up any more than it already is. Otherwise, you're going to have a really hard time getting the blade back on. And believe me, you want to make that step as painless as humanly possible for yourself. So what we are going to do next is try to rotate this whole entire assembly over so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, but even so, I mean, you're not, hang on. Maybe that'll be better, I don't know. You gotta be really careful because the bottom of this isn't metal, it's styrofoam. And you need to maintain that styrofoam plate as well as you can, because break it, the unit's not going to condensate correctly, which will be a real pain in the ass. Nothing that can't be repaired, but still, I mean, the best way to combat a problem is to avoid it from happening altogether. So keep that in mind when you dig in too much. So you see I have a vice grip, I'm holding the vice grip like that. I'm sure you guys can see the blower wheel now. Yep. So I'm just going to try to hold that while rotating the shaft and see if we can break it off. Your hands are going to get dirty when you're doing this step. There's no way around that. You want to put this vice grip on to where it's all the weight's hanging straight down when you're doing it. There you go. Because there's a little notch in the blower wheel right here for you to get the screwdriver down there and loosen the bolt up. I apologize for that boring spot there. Sometimes trying to find tools in my arsenal can be a real pain in the ass. So you think this is a plastic piece that should come off easily? Nope. This is notorious for being sometimes the most difficult part of the entire job. I shit you not. Still in focus. I was trying to find one with the fitting on there, but having a hard time locating it, so we're just going to use this and hope it works, more or less. Is it working? Of course not. Or not. That's one thing I love about GE. GE was engineered by a mad scientist, but at least they use that easy clip that you can easily get your fan laid off if you need to. Let me try this one. It's a little shorter, but maybe the notch is a little thinner and I can get it in there. Alright. You're not getting the 11 one up there. Let me get a thing. You know, the thing. hell is my damn fucking socket set? You gotta be kidding me. I'm actually legitimately getting pissed off. I might be able to. I'm gonna try this again. See if I can get it one more time before I completely blow a damn gasket. That's in the freaking thing. It should come out. Even if I could just break the fucking head off of it, I'd be good. Bitch. Fuck. Son of fuck. I swear to fucking God. Socket set. Fuck. Motherfucker. I have no idea where my freaking main kit is with the bit I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna use my old parts one and hope to God I can come up with something. Because I am really getting angry here, in case you guys haven't fucking noticed. I think it's probably 9:30 too, the one that's missing, right? Yeah, probably. Alright, now I need a fucking bolt so or freaking screw for your feet. It's the one I'm missing that I need. You gotta be shitting me. I have a nice freaking socket kit. You think I can? Oh, nope, we're good. Hang on. This one works yet. Okay. Let me get the small extension quick. of course, this has a plastic piece that came with it. It's stuck in it, so now I gotta fuck with this and try to get this out. I really try not to use foul language that much anymore, but stuff like this really pisses me off, and I don't know how else to channel my energy except for get loud and mad about it. Of course, this fucking thing ain't gonna come out, so I'm gonna have some fun here. Cue the Jeopardy music as I either get it out eventually or I stab my hand with a screwdriver trying. I vote cue the Jeopardy music because it might. Oh, wow. Cool, I got it. All right, all right, all right. Eh? Watch it not fit in the freaking. I fucking hope it does. All right. Thank God for small damn miracles. Get in there, you fuck. You gotta be kidding me. Dude, if it's the size I'm missing, I'm gonna be so pissed. I bet you it is. I bet you it's a freaking 9/32, but let me try the 5/16 and see if it works. Well, guess I can say thank God for small freaking miracles. You gotta be shitting me, dude. And now my fucking bit's stuck in there. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. If this was my unit, it'd be on the freaking ground by now, getting hit with a sledgehammer. This is fucking ridiculous. You know, some people tell me I have an anger problem. Would you guys believe that? I think that's bogus. I snap the head off? Oh, I don't even care if I snap the freaking head off. I just need that damn freaking screw out of there. Or even if I could. Yeah. I have no idea how I'm getting that the hell off. All I smell is a bunch of freaking WD-40. How are we doing on time here? 46 minutes. Try it this way one more time. The other option I have is, ooh, hang on. I got it. Even if it breaks the fucking head off, I don't care. I just need that freaking bolt out. I don't care how it comes out. Just get out. Did I go forward with it? I'm going to flip. thing that's pissing me off the most about this is there is no way around it. This thing has to come off. There's like literally no other way to do this properly without getting that out of there. Believe me, if there was a way around it, I'd be looking for it by now. I wonder. I can get a pair of one more try with a screwdriver. I got a fatter head. Maybe that'll work. Nope. Okay. See if I can get this in there. We're gonna get her on the right angle and a good grip. See if I can cut the damn thing out. I doubt it. Ain't gonna work. The other option I have, that means I'll have to replace the fan motor though. I don't want to do that. Although it does have the Emerson fan motor. I think the Emerson fan motor is the one that's known for failure too. I really don't feel like we're buying a new fan motor though. Yeah, that head's ruined. You ain't getting that out. It's rusted too bad. It's gone. How the inside rusted like that, I have no idea. It's crazy. Freaking wild. Try this one more time. See if I can. There you go. If I can somehow pop that freaking thing off of there, maybe I could freaking pull it out. Maybe. There you go. It's the first time I've ever done that. Tried to do it like that before. Might be able to possibly do is it's back to the center where it was, although now it's rotated, so might be off a little bit. See if I can twist the freaking piece of. Yep, there we go. Gotcha. Oh, I got you now, you fuckhead. There you go. Look at you, you cocksucker. Gotcha. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Unless I can throw you into the freaking woods where you belong, you shit fuck. I'll get it out of there later. So it's going to turn very easily now, and I should be able to walk it right off like I usually do. off? Yep, we're off. Good, good. Come on, you. Oh, I see what we're stuck on. We're stuck on the damn ground. That I can fix. I can pop the damn ground off. This thing almost had me mad enough to the point where I felt like doing a demo video of it. But I didn't. I didn't. You still in focus? Yep. All right. There you go. Got it out. So it's pretty beat. Alright, so what we're going to do now is put some tools away before I either A, forget about them, or D, something stupid happens. Things go missing, etc. Hey, I found my good socket set. Right fucking here where it was left before. I prefer it, obviously, when things go a little bit easier than that. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you're stuck with what you got. So, that being said, it's time to take this project over there. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'd rather not because I don't want to get this wet. But I'm pretty sure this is ready for its second coat, so I can probably safely turn this over now. Yeah, it's still a little damp. Close enough for rock and roll, as Nazareth would say. And we will, the final coat on that. Might be able to turn this over by now too, can we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good, good, good. Don't you love all my ghetto fabulous workbenches? I wish more people did this kind of work. Maybe there wouldn't be so many of these old gems in the freaking scrapyard. You'd still see them hanging out of windows all over the place like you used to back in the day. Yeah. Oh well. Not everybody appreciates history, man. Not everybody appreciates what used to be. Or the build quality that these things had back then. Now there's people that think that the new units are both good. They're not. We all know the truth. That's all that matters. And the new thing is the inverter drives. But why? Why would you want to implement another piece of electronic equipment, an unnecessary piece of electronic equipment, into a damp atmosphere? Why would you do that? You know it doesn't. It doesn't take a genius to know that doesn't make sense. Things I'll never understand. All right, we're gonna flip this over. Like so. And just kind of hope that it stays. Should. Yeah, it will. We'll be alright. And the old brush. Push it up over here. And I'll show you when we start the reinstallation process, I'll show you what we do here to fill this missing gap. Very important, especially being that the plastic pan is never gonna, it's rusted, the base pan is rusted that bad, and with the new one, I'm probably not gonna be able to align the mounting hardware correctly. So to compensate for that, I just make a bracket right here and screw it into the front of the base pan, or the back of the base pan. And like I said, I'll show you that when the time comes. Said Brian, we're past the halfway point, brother. I'm just at the step of this restoration process now where it's time to get everything ready to put back together. And a unit this bad, the demos or the deconstruction is the hardest part. Whereas a typical project like this, that would be the easy part. But this thing here it's that far gone. But I think she was worth saving, especially with the sentimental value taken into consideration, because Lord knows as well as I do that you can't put a price on sentiment. You could even buy a brand new one of these of the same model and throw it in, and it still wouldn't be the same to you, because you know it's not the one you grew up with. Now granted, I'd love to have my original childhood EQK, but the fact that I actually found the 18K version, because the 18K is more sized for what I need anyway, so I'm happy about that. And it's not going to cost me quite as much to run, although that's not really a focus of mine when I get into ACs. But it's more size appropriately for my house, and I got to rebuild it myself, so that's kind of in a way making it my own. Instead of whereas you take the easy way out and get if you get lucky enough to even be able to take the easy way out, and get one that's still brand new in its original box. Still, nothing puts a touch of you on there like actually being the one to restore it. Maybe it's just me, but I enjoy this process. And especially knowing that I can help somebody out really makes me feel good. Like I said, it's a labor of love. It really is. And of course, if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, do feel free to drop a line in. Alright guys, well, that's it for that part. Make sure I have all the loops covered. It looks like I pretty much do. Should be good on that. Let it dry, we'll go from there. See what we can do about this. Here's that nasty ass thing. Dude, if this starts freaking raining, I'm just gonna throw on my flag. That's the last freaking thing I need right now is rain. Oh. There's this hunk of shit. I should wear this for the rest of the freaking day now. This is a reminder. I own you now, bitch. What a piece of shit. So yeah, I am gonna have to save at least the retention ring part. I'll probably get a new nut and bolt to secure it for obvious reasons. All right. I'm gonna tip this upside down and let all the crap fall out of it. That you get to see how rough a shape it's actually in. The Lord knows it's pretty freaking bad, man. So I had to grind a lot of this out. The styrofoam's gonna be hard to save, but I think I can get it back together without doing too much damage here. At least I freaking hope so. There'll be a lot of silicone, a lot of everything to get this beast back in. I'm gonna try, I'll do what I can, Brian. It's rough. Like I said, I had to grind a lot of it out to even be able to touch it. But it's all right. The end result's what's gonna matter. That got bent up pretty damn good. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's just what it is. Nature of the beast, if you will. You can see how rough that actually is. That's mostly stain. Check the back side for you. Oh, yeah. That's your mounting bracket. That's going to need some fine tuning and readjustment. Unreal, man. So I'm just literally going to take the wire brush to it and get it as good as I can, because Lord knows it ain't gonna be perfect. When I tell you this is all you can do, I mean it is all you can do with this at this point. There ain't nothing left that works. On the sanding disc would probably be better, but at that point you might be doing more harm than good. You don't want to break any of the trunks away if you don't have to. We can prevent it, make it to where it can't get any worse. Like I said, you ain't fixing this without making a new bulkhead, which could be done honestly, but hopefully you pass this down to your kids, Brian, or hopefully it gets passed down to somebody, because there's a lot of freaking labor or love going into this one, buddy. If you ever move and don't want to take it with you, I would definitely be interested in taking it, just because it's my biggest piece of work to date, honestly. I never even came close to this much work for one of my own. I'm not trying to be funny either, I'm dead serious. I'm not telling you I want to take it now. I'm just saying that if you ever decide to get rid of it, I would be interested. This is 100% yours, so don't take that comment the wrong way. Got that as good as it's going to get. So now it's time to, we'll move back a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I really don't want to spray here because I don't want to ruin the paint job I already did. So we're already over an hour into the video. So at this point, we're just going to kind of take the project over here and kind of, yeah, right where the grass is dead, I guess. Oh, yeah. Is that good? I reckon it's as good as it's going to get. Hopefully, Brian, you can make it out to the air conditioner meet. That'd be pretty cool. Like I said, I can claim everything except for the work on the cooling system. I owe it to Kevin for sucking the R22 out of it. And I'm going to owe again to either Kevin, possibly Kevin again, or possibly Kyle, or possibly Kenny, depending on who gets lucky enough to do this. I get to thank them for putting it back together and getting the cooling refrigerant put back into it, and thus getting it ready for its second life. Put it on the angle tip. Get that crap out of here. It's all dry rotted. That'll all be upgraded to a newer installation. All that's going to do is make a mess for me to clean up. All right, now the only thing I do want to do before I start with the Nubrite is show the data plate in case the data plate doesn't survive. It should. I haven't had a problem yet with one of these Emersons with the data plate getting rinsed off, but there's always that possibility. So I'm pretty sure I showed it before earlier on, but I'll show it again. I can tell if it's going to do the stuff. Man, that is nasty. I put something under it to kind of see if I can kind of keep it draining back, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Like I said, I do want to put this system under pressure before I put it back together. Like I said, I'll be one of the HVAC techs that does that. I'm not a tech, I'm just an enthusiast and a rebuilder, I guess. How's that? get the Nubrite. This is a very heavy batch, and I just got some of it on me, so bear with me here a second while I, yeah. Owie. That reminds me of the time I got this shit on me really bad, pure without anything on it. And I went to go use my expensive ass soap, textured soap, to help get it off. And I found out that my wife was nice enough to throw it away because she thought it was old. Meanwhile, my fucking skin feels like it's on fire. That was a fun time. All right. This is a very heavy mixture. It's probably going to leave a little bit of a stain, but that's okay. This thing is nasty enough that it's really not going to... It's already getting clean. Look at it. That would be a good song to jam to right now. Fields of Gold by Sting. So that is nasty. Hands down, some of the best foam action I've seen in a long time. Actually, this might even be one of the best I've ever seen. The rest of it back here. Any kind of bacteria or anything that's in here, try to get it as clear as we freaking can. Make sure the drain hole's nice and clear. Very important. Look at that shit, man. That is fucking crazy. Even the back of it's, wow. I'm trying not to breathe too much right now. I'm gonna give that a rinse because this is working that freaking good. Holy freaking Nubrite. That might be the heaviest, like the most potent batch I've ever put on a unit too. And it needs it. In fact, it needs another coat on top of that one. Tell you what, it'll be pretty clean now. Cover the whole freaking thing again, man. Freaking cover it. gonna be the fun part, getting back here. All right, that should be it for the Nubrite. Hell yeah. So the foam's pretty much clear, so that's always a good sign. Take a look back here a minute. Like I said, as you can see, that's starting to peel off back there, just like it did in the front before. Let that soak in for a little bit. I got the back pretty damn clear. Making a pretty good mess out here too, look at that. I'll have some more radioactive worms coming out. It's not often you see it fall off on in a sheet like that. Wonder how many days it's going to be before I get one of those commenters that say, you're not supposed to use Nubrite on the evaporator. Yeah, you can. I've been doing it for years. Never had a problem. It'll be nice, clean, and sanitary for you and your family to breathe in. Oh yeah, that's mint now. You don't even have to squint for it to be mint. It literally is mint. Yes, I'm just really glad I'm able to help you out. It's most of the tag you can read relatively easily. I just want to take a look at it quick. At least as of right now, you can. So it's 38 ounces of R22, 1444 or 144 on the low side. I can't read the high side. It looks like it said 350. I can't really tell. Yeah, wore some of that off. Sorry. But yeah. still stayed pretty good in my opinion. Zoom in quick. We'll give it a good hose down. I also have to paint the bottom of the compressor while I have everything out right now. I mean, it doesn't have to. I can do that in the next video. Yeah, I might just do that in the next video with the compressor. Paint the bottom side of that. On the inside and outside of that coil. Wonderful. Now it just needs a good rinsing. Get the rest of that shit out of there. But yeah. That's all we got for the night, people. That's all she wrote. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys when I get to the next step of what I call the most epic, the fully epic, or I don't know, I think it's something. How about the epic AC restoration process? There you go. The AC restoration process, epic. I don't know. Leave comments in the thing and help me name it. I'm thinking the AC restoration epic. Yeah, we're going to go with the AC restoration epic. So the next step in the saga, which I believe would be step 8, step 9, I forget where I'm at. But anyway, it don't matter. You'll know when I put the title up. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.